There are so many games out right now that most of the time I actually find it hard to pick what to play. It's a problem of abundance. There are so many genres, platforms and experiences that picking the right game for you to sink your time into is hard. At the end of the day, we all want to make sure we don't waste our valuable time and pick the right option. I call this the Netflix problem, and there are a few ways that can help you feel more confident in your decisions. But first, if you do enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, so it greatly helps the channel grow and will indicate that you want to see more content just like this. And I really do appreciate it. So having more options should be a good thing, right? Now more than ever, there are quality titles on every platform, and you can easily browse through Steam reviews or jump on Metacritic to see the critical reception. So then why is it hard to pick what you want to play? It's because of abundance. And the reason I call it the Netflix problem is you see the exact same feelings and responses with movie catalogs. When Netflix was in its prime, it was the largest streaming content platform that had many great shows, movies and content to pick from. It actually made the decision of what to watch quite challenging, as with so many decent options, which one do you actually pick? Well, video games embody this but take it to the next level, because of the sheer amount of time you can invest into a title. Many open world RPGs can take over 70 to 100 hours to finish a campaign. So you could be enjoying Assassin's Creed Valhalla's early game, the first 20 hours, but then once the grind kicks in, you don't think it's for you. Well, guess what? You've wasted those 20 hours. You're not going to see how the game ends, how the characters build and the story unfolds. You can watch the ending on YouTube, but then you've missed those 50 hours of development. Therefore, because it's so important, it's only adding more pressure to the decision and making it even harder to pick the right one for you. Lastly, if those weren't enough, there's also pricing. Whereas books and other media may take up just as much time, they don't ask for $60 for that enjoyment. In any given year, there is over 20 AAA titles released, and you can only play and purchase so many. Then we have Steam sales, cheaper indie games, and bundles for older titles, providing even more options on top. It all comes down to how much you value the time spent versus quality. One person might enjoy an experience that was only 5 hours and feel completely satisfied, whereas the opposite end of the spectrum would be games that include battle passes and keep drip feeding the player content, like live service games such as Fortnite. I hear you say, but there's free-to-play games for that too. And that may be true, but the way the current market tries to nickel and dime players and incentivize every aspect of the game to push for in-game purchases is a story for another day. But making that $60 purchase decision does make it more difficult, and you want to make sure that you're getting value for money. The question is then, how can you find the right game for you? The best option would be start to follow and get to know a reviewer or curator that you like and understand their personality. What types of games are they playing? What genres? Deep dive into the different reviews and gameplay that they've done and really understand what makes them tick.
Revisiting this game 20 years later, I understood why I never beat this game. Because some of this shit does not make sense. There is an owl that tells you what to do. There are owl statues that tell you what to do. There are hint houses spread all over the map. And even with all this stuff telling you how to beat the game, you're probably gonna get stuck somewhere.
Odds are, if you're agreeing with the content that they're making and you like the videos, then any recommendations that they make will resonate with you. If they explain how the new LEGO Star Wars is jam-packed with content and is a love letter to the Star Wars universe, including all 9 episodes, then that wouldn't be a bad game for you to try out. By applying this principle to all of the different review outlets and content you consume around gaming, it will help you make more informed purchase decisions and pick the actual title you enjoy. Another great choice would be just to wait for the sales. Steam has always had numerous annual sales for each season and special gaming events that you can be sure to pick up some amazing titles at a discount if you keep an eye out.
Master! Get down!
Are you ready for a miracle? Are you ready for a miracle?
Meaning a game that may have not been worth the full asking price? Well, for 50%, you can be sure it is. And Steam isn't the only platform. There's also the Epic Store, which is giving out weekly free games, such as Borderlands 3, which was just given out, You also have GOG.com and the Humble Bundle, which includes a range of games all packaged into a nice deal for the consumer. The alternative to sales is then subscription services such as Game Pass.
Looking for something long-term? Or maybe you just want to have a little fun? Xbox Game Pass will find you the perfect match.
The Xbox Game Pass on occasion offers $1 monthly fees for the first few months and provides hundreds of games through the service that you can play at any time. You could easily pick up and play Hitman 3, which is currently on Game Pass, try out the game, and see if it's actually for you before making the purchase. And what makes the deal even sweeter is some games can actually be completed in a relatively short amount of time. So you could complete them within the month of your subscription and then only pay that $1. Earlier, I also touched on games with battle passes and the live service model, and as much as it can be like a carrot on a stick and always keep you grinding for more, it entices many players. The expectation from the market is that the game will keep you entertained for hours on end and keep evolving to make you come back. We've seen how successful this model is with World of Warcraft on an expansion release, which sees hordes of players returning for new raids and content. If you do pick a game that uses this model, you're most likely going to see ongoing support from the developers that'll keep you returning, but that doesn't always mean it'll be free either, and sometimes it can be detrimental to the play when they want to entice you to just play more hours instead of releasing actual quality content. However, there are diamonds in the rough, and I do think that the Fortnite model and League of Legends are successful as free-to-plays, and they offer a great experience and only entice players with skins and content that doesn't actually affect how you play the game. The cherry on top of this is that these games have a high skill ceiling cap and provide systems like ranked mode, where you actually have an elo score in the background that goes up or down depending on if you win or lose, so that you can improve at the game and show everyone how you're the best because you're in Challenger League. By having room for you to grow as a player, it can be your drive to keep coming back and be real value for money out of a title, especially compared to a single player experience which you may just pick up and finish the campaign and then never play again. To wrap it up, if these aspects didn't help you pick a game for you, always remember, sometimes it's just easier to play with friends, and if they're playing the hot title of the month, then maybe you should just join them. Or you can keep watching my content and hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more just like this one. Thank you for watching the video today. I hope you have an awesome one.